What the heck is all this? Well, it's time for an update on art. Yeah, art, the plans, art, you know, the awesome rolling toolbox. So where am I at on the plans? Well, I'm still in the model, but I'm at the point now of creating all of the scenes that I will take over into layout to create the flat buildable plans. What I'm doing right now is taking all of the units, all of the cabinets, the drawers, the shelf units, the cubbies. I've made copies of them and I've brought them over in the same model and I've broken them apart, every single piece, and I'm laying them out on these representative rectangles. These are pieces of plywood. The mustard color is 3/4, the dark green is 1/2 inch, and the light green is 1/4 inch. So I'm putting all the parts and pieces on the appropriate thickness of plywood, and I am actually color coding the things that are the same so that I can look at them and know what goes together. So I see the purple and I know the purple make up a particular unit. Just about where I've got everything on the plywood, I still have one unit left. That's this unit right here. This is the level and viewtainer piece, but I am going to make a change on this. Now I made this with these dados so that you could slide these in, these 3/4 inch rips. There's a dado here, it's hidden by this piece, and then it's all screwed in. I've decided a couple of things. One is, I think I put these a little too close together. I put them right at the level height. I want about 1/4 inch of room. They're just going to be a little too tight. So the way I'm going to do that, I still want that spacing. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to make all of these 1/2 inch instead of 3/4 because they don't need to be big, thick, rigid pieces. And so I will need to go in and drop these dados down to 1/2 inch as well. And then I'm going to take this piece and shrink it over so that it reveals the entire dado. Because my thinking on this is that you can take this 1/2 inch rip and slide it in the dado. It doesn't need to be screwed in because it'll go all the way back and hit the back. And it would be a little bit more modular in that you could pull one out if you need a little taller space. I use these for all the way from my 8-foot levels down to my little 1-foot level. And so I put screws in the side of this where I want them to be. Well, my thinking is if I have this as a 1/2 inch piece that's movable, slid out, it wouldn't need to be super tight. Instead of butting tight and being glued and screwed, just going to slip it in. And then you could slide it out and put a block or a screw right where you need it to be so that those levels are perfectly flush with the front edge. The other thing you could do on one of these little long narrow shelves where I might have a 1-foot level with a stop so it doesn't go in. Well, I got 7 feet behind it that's unused. Well, this is almost like a drawer, sliding drawer. You could slide it out and put something else back there. It can't go anywhere. It can't fall over on the sides or in the back because it's trapped. In addition, it's actually going to make it easier to build because you'll put it all together. It'll be plenty rigid, and you just slip these in, and you don't need to put all the screws in. So if you can see these little holes here, these all have a screw in them, so that it's got to be drilled, countersunk, and then screwed in. So I'm going to eliminate all those screws on both sides and drilling the holes. That's why this isn't broken apart yet, is I've got to go modify it. So, I'll probably put an hour into that. But that's the beauty of the fact that I've already built it, and I am now going through and refining it. Functionally, it's going to be the same because I want the videos to tie in with the plans, but at least every part and piece will be modified where I see a modification would be an advantage, and if I can make it simpler to build. So I'll give you one peek at the rest of these other scenes that I've created so far. So the inspiration is just gonna be on the cover of the plans with all some notes and stuff. I just wanted to represent the overall project. Top, straight from the back, from the ramp door, the right, left side, same thing. And then the nose, just showing just the nose cabinet. And then back to layout, which I am working on now. So that's where I'm in the process. I wish I was going to get it done a lot quicker, but my goal is to design this so that it's very clear, that you can understand how to put it together, and visually you can go in and flip through the pages, and I don't care how many pages it ends up being. I'm going to get as much information as I can. Again, the goal is, if you get this exact trailer or size trailer, you can use it as is, but I really want it clear because there's a lot of trailers that are different widths, different lengths. Some are flat front, some don't, some have barn doors. Some folks are going to want to use this to build a little wood shop in a shed. Maybe you're going to use it in a van or a box truck, or maybe in your 2-car garage. So I want to make this as flexible as possible so that it's modular, and then you can go in and make adjustments. And with this color coding, you'll be able to know, okay, if I'm going to change these cabinets here by 2 inches, then I know that everything gray I'll have to address to make it work. So that's where I'm at. I wanted to give you an update. I get emails and comments all the time. I am going on a trip. My goal was to get it done before the trip. That's not looking likely, but I am burning the midnight oil, and I'll take it with me on the trip. So if I got a little hollows in my schedule when I'm over there, I will spend some time on it. The minute that it's up, I am going to put a video in. Ta-da! It's ready. I'll already have the plans in the store, so you can go purchase them. And just like with all the plans, as soon as you purchase them, you're going to get a receipt from our store. And it's going to have, right down at the bottom, it's going to have a download code. You download it and you have it right then, and then you can print it or work off your tablet or whatever you want to do. I constantly get emails. I've been waiting for my plans for 3 weeks. When am I going to get them? And it's always, you've had them within 30 seconds of when you made the purchase. The computers do it middle of the night. It doesn't matter what day of the year, time of day. Plans come as soon as you make the purchase. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Have a great day.